All right, guys, so we just finished coaching rowing Randy this morning, and with the Open coming up, I wanted to talk to you guys about a few things with barbell cycling that might help your clients just be a little bit more efficient with it. All right, so number one is bar path. And when we're talking about cycling reps, I like to go with a top-down approach, because when we're going with the progressions for the movement, we typically go with a bottom up, meaning that we're going from below the hip to overhead position, whether it be clean and jerk or snatch, either one. So I like to go with the top down approach with cycling reps. It just helps to put everything together. So one thing is that once that bar is overhead, whether it's snatch or clean and jerk, the most efficient way to get back down is a straight line, okay? So there's 4 different things that we'll talk about. Number one, straight line from the top to the bottom. Now, one of the biggest faults is swinging the bar down this way. We need to eliminate that with a little bit of an arm bend and then turn over, okay? So straight line from the top to the bottom, not swinging down and allowing us to get directly over our foot to start the next rep, okay? No swinging, straight down. Number 2, kind of coincides with number 1, is shoulder positioning. A lot of times when you see people swing that bar down, their shoulders are going to roll forward and they're not controlling their scapula and keeping the scapula back, which in turn is going to round your back, okay? So as you're coming down, turn over, make sure the shoulders are back before you go back down to the ground, okay? So maintain that upper back tightness or that upper back stiffness all the way back down to the ground. All right, that's 1 and 2. Number 3 is foot movement. A lot of times we'll see people jumping around, moving their feet for every single rep when they're cycling reps. We want to try to find a neutral stance in between our pulling and our squat stance, something that allows us to cycle through the reps up and down without having to move our feet a ton. All right, so we got bar path, we have our shoulder positioning on the way down, we have no foot movement, and then last is breathing, our breathing patterns, okay? So I like to breathe once the bar's overhead. I'll breathe out, back in on the way down so that I know I have some good tension in my torso. So we have number 1, the bar path. Number 2, our shoulder position on the way down. Number 3, not moving our feet every single time. And number 4 is our breathing pattern. You don't want to try to hold your breath if you're cycling 10, 15 reps, okay? Make sure that you're working on when you breathe so that you can stay efficient and get oxygen to your body to fuel yourself.